But I want to tell you what I learned on this journey. The journey that I've made, it ended up that I walked a lot. I walked a lot and I didn't speak. And when I did start speaking, it was because I had learned something. It took me a long time, many steps, many miles, and many years of not speaking and listening to everyone. But what I learned was that people were part of the environment, and if people were part of the environment, and what's that word that when we come out of the ground, the Shinabi? Is that who we are? When we're created from the earth, that? And so if people were part of the environment, and all of us were people, and all of us were part of the environment, then how we treated each other was our first chance, our first opportunity to do something positive to the environment. So environment for me stopped being just about pollution. I mean, pollution was part of this. It stopped being just about saving the rainforest. Oh, that was good. That was good. It stopped being just about the loss of species. That was good too. That was good. But it became also something to do with human rights, because it was how we treated each other. It became not only about human rights, but gender equality, even though I understand that's a social construct. A social construct? Yeah, well, okay. It still means that equality then. So environment became so much more to me that I wanted to tell people, I wanted to say, so I got up and I spoke. I started speaking after 17 years, because after 17 years of listening and educating myself, or being educated, and the education from the university, which is very important, and and I'm really happy that they were able to, and thankful that they were able to support me during my formal education, was one important part of my education. But the most important part of my education, and I feel, is the education I received from the people on the road, and the people that from so many different walks of life, that my parents would have said, "Oh, no, don't talk to them. Don't go to their home. You'll be." That allowed me to be here today. And that's the thing about being silent. I was being allowed to discover who I really, my being, who I was, and discover that. I'm still discovering that, and that was important. So that's why I started speaking. But I chose the 20th anniversary of Earth Day because I wanted to remind myself that I was going to speak for the environment, and the environment had changed from being just about human-made ugliness and pollution and things like that, to being how we live together and how we treat each other. And it didn't seem like rocket science, but just saying that, I understand that that didn't make it easy. That it seemed like we were having a hard time living together and being together. And what we did to each other manifested in the physical environment around us. So how we treated each other, that's pollution. How we treated each other, that's loss of habitat, loss of species, all those things that we seem to like. We have all the science in the world, but we just can't seem to figure that out. Well, how do we make a difference? How do we each make a difference? And I was like, if someone had told me that, John, if you want to make a difference, listen, just get up and start walking. Get out of your car and start walking, and just keep walking, and that as I got a little further on, and I'd say, like this, huh? Yeah. And then I said, yeah, okay, and shut up too. You're going to make a difference. I would have thought, oh my God, they must be crazy. They must have been, I don't know. But that's exactly what happened in my journey to make a difference, is that it's just one step and then another step. And with intention of that your journey is for all of us. You're going to make a difference, because each one of us needs to make a difference for all of us. Each one of us makes a difference for all of us.